This is sort of it's picked a scab for everybody all year long, but different for each specific team we're talking about. If it's Steve Kerr, he hates young people.
Of course.
Okay?
It's obvious.
If it's the 49ers, it's, boy, they're stupid with the way they draft people.
They're holding Trey down, Mark.
And if it's the San Francisco Giants, it's their farm system is a joke. When the hell are we ever going to get a homegrown player who matters post Buster Posey? That's sort of the question. So the handling of young players by all three of these teams.
I love this.
Who are all good. They're all winning more than they're losing. Only in the last decade have the Warriors actually raised the crown. The Giants are just on the outside of that, and the 49ers have been frustratingly close in terms of dancing with it. But they're all in that window, which I think inherently already means you handle young players differently than the Jacksonville Jaguars do every year.
Well, the Pistons is the one that I keep thinking about because James Wiseman is like the seventh oldest guy on that team. If you look at the Pistons roster,
really?
I might be exaggerating a little bit.
I'll pull it up while you talk.
No, but Mark, there are so many guys on that team that are under 21. So when you are the Detroit Pistons, yeah, it's okay to go out there and play young players. And you think about Orlando and their youth. And if you look at all, like even Oklahoma City.
I got it right here if you want it.
Please.
Okay.
Players younger than James Wiseman.
James Wiseman is 22. Okay.
He's an OG on that squad.
All right, you've got the guy they just Thompson. They just drafted him.
Sure, Clay's nephew.
Thompson, yeah, he's
no relation.
He's 20. Now I don't know if these are who had birthdays first, but Isaiah Stewart and Marcus Sasser are also 22 years old. You have Jaden Ivey. He's 21.
Yeah.
You got Killian Hayes. He's 21. You've got Jalen Duren. He is 19.
Oh, my God.
Cade Cunningham is still just 21.
He's just 21, yeah.
He's just 21, and then that's it. So we counted...
That's like 7 guys.
2, 3, 4, 5 who are clearly younger, and then 2 more...
who are his age.
Are his age and potentially younger. And so you weren't joking.
No.
He might be the 7th or 8th youngest player on his own team.
And so Monty Williams comes in to take those reins, and he's like, all right, guys, we got some Sprite and some Coke Zero on the flight. Enjoy, boys. We got a flight to Dallas. But when you're Detroit with that level of youth, you know you're going out there and you're playing the young people, and you're probably not a team with championship aspirations. Meanwhile, the Warriors, Chris Paul has been playing longer than some of those guys have even been alive. And Steph and Clay and Draymond, you've got veterans. So when you have a veteran-laden team, or if you're the Niners and you're in a championship window with veteran guys, you know, Trent Williams and George Kittle, you mentioned to me a couple weeks ago that he's now 30, which blew me away.
Blows you away,
McCaffrey's like 7 years in, and you've got a veteran team. You don't have time to babysit.
You don't have time to babysit. However, I also think that we don't have time is sometimes used as a reason when you move on from someone who you're also like, we're really also not that into him. The Warriors are not that into James Wiseman.
Right.
That's why they were willing to trade him.
And I wonder if they would have been into him in, what year is it, 20? If they would have been into him in 2027?
I think they would have kept him if Steph Curry wasn't on the team anymore.
Right.
And I don't think they hate him. I don't think they're like, okay, just get this guy out of here. We can't. Jordan Poole, they're like, we got to get him out of town. You have to get out of our locker room. His fault or not, we don't need to go there.
Sure.
My bad for mentioning the name Jordan Poole at 221.
Now pay the under, and the only thing missing was a reference to the punch, which I think we had in the changeover.
We need a Jordan Poole sounder. When we say his name, just some big thing that
money
reminds.
Time,
yeah, no,
money
but just
time.
no, like a stop sign, like a just big, like just stop saying the name Jordan Poole. No, that's the Dibs sounder. Yeah, that's when Dibs talks. That's what the sounder we use when Dibs talks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we'll have to come up with something else. We'll go back to the drawing board, Grandy. Anyway.
I think you get Poole references up until October 1. Because then we'll get into camp, and then we're on to a new season. Right now, we're still looking back, looking ahead.
Yeah, but that's going to be...
But we're looking ahead.
But once you play, let's be honest. Warrior fans are going to track what he does. You're going to track what he does.
Yes, but
we did
outside
it with Wiseman. It was way less relevant.
That was more fun, though, because, hey, James has got 8 and 7, and he's in foul trouble.
And now he just limped off. Yeah, yes. I totally get it.
The pool thing's a little bit more emotionally charged.
No doubt. I'll also say this real quick because, and yes, if you want to call this petty, go ahead and call it petty.
Call you Tom.
Can we all please just admit that we flip-flop on this in certain ways? I feel like I've been over here defending the establishment all year long. Who's the establishment in this town? Steph Clay Dre,
Steve and Bob.
Kyle Shanahan to a degree.
John Lynch.
Now, I know Brock Purdy's a young player as well, but when you are defending Purdy/Garoppolo, you are defending the veteran win now at a B-plus level mode rather than the risk-taking of let's go with the young guy. I feel like that's a spot where I have stood all year. Many people will, oh my gosh, Trey Lance has got to play. James Wiseman's got to play. Kuminga, exciting, young players. Got to let them grow. Got to let your boys do their thing. And then yesterday, a lot of these same fans lined up to say, what the hell's a prospect in baseball? Why do we care? Why do I care about Kyle Harrison? Well, if you don't care about Kyle Harrison, why am I supposed to care about James Wiseman and Trey Lance? They're all first-round picks. They all show incredible physical gifts. And so a lot of you are ready to just go, well, baseball. Get rid of them. Give me Shohei. But when the 49ers and Warriors are essentially doing their sports version of the same thing, you are picketing in the streets saying that there is discrimination against young people in this town and we have got to stop. So I just want to point out the inequity. We all flip-flop. I do too. We all pick and choose. I really think this is situational, and it's important to keep it there when it comes to a lot of these players.
I think a lot of it, too, stems from what we expect and then what we see. For example, Joey Bart is a good example, I think, of this because Joey Bart, you gotta see him. You gotta let him play. And then exactly, and unfortunately, there have been major Bart delays, not on the train system, but on his career. And we all, as Giants fans, and I count myself among them, we've seen what we've seen from Joey Bart. And for the majority of Giants fans, you have the thought of, he's not good enough. And now you've got a guy who can replace him. And so Joey Bart is not he's completely an afterthought.
By the way, this is a great comp. Pretend Patrick Bailey was a 7th-round pick. Okay? Everything that is reality is the same.
I mean, he might as well be because most people don't know that he also was a first-round pick.
Now, I think he was 13th rather than 2nd, but he was Farhan's pick. Joey Bart was not.
No, to your point, though, you're absolutely right.
You know where I'm going.
Yeah.
If Patrick Bailey were a 7th-round pick and the rest of reality is real, would you suggest, well, the Giants owe it to Joey Bart to play him over Patrick Bailey?
You would not say that.
You would not say that. You Trey Lance people, that's what you're saying.
Well, and the James Wiseman thing, I think, is equally appropriate, even though there hasn't been a Wiseman replacement. You won a championship when he played 0 minutes. And so then he plays about half a season, not even quite half a season, and you realize he's not good enough, but you already won a championship without him. So it's interesting because I don't think fans feel like they saw enough of James Wiseman. Yeah. You saw enough of Joey Bart.
I mean,
a lot of swing and miss.
No doubt. And now he's doing some good things in AAA, but let's be honest, it's too late.
Yeah.
Now, Patrick could get hurt. I don't know where that's all going, but Bailey has done more in 1 month than Bart has done in 3 years. That is reality. And you're not giving that up. You're not giving that up. So Joey Bart's future, unless something unfortunate happens to Bailey, Bart's future is not here. Like, I'm already ready to say that. Bart's future is not here. We know Wiseman's future is not here. Lance is the only one that's like, I don't know, but I doubt it. I doubt it.
But I bet you that they know. And that, to me,
probably.
I think that if you ask Kyle Shanahan, he would be able to tell you with 100% certainty how he feels.
Of course. Of course, he's Kyle Shanahan.
I don't think that he's wondering, is he or isn't he? I think he knows in his own mind.
I agree with you.